Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you both gentlemen for being with us this morning. And as my colleagues have said, thank you for your service and your leadership to our men and women in uniform. I want to talk, first of all, with you, Admiral Haney, about cyber threats to the United States. I think Secretary Hagel said it well, that this is the future in many ways of our defense posture, and we must make sure it's robust. I believe we have to expand our cyber warfare capabilities to confront what we know are the evolving and ever-growing cyber threats against the United States. And as you know, Admiral, innovations in technology are moving very rapidly, and there's convergence between various disciplines with network systems and tactics. And this convergence in technology, I believe, calls for a diverse cyber workforce with capabilities from various disciplines. As you may know, Admiral, I have an outstanding garrison, Fort Huachuca, in my district with its electronic proving grounds, which is, I believe, an important partner in this evolving mission of cybersecurity. Not only does the installation have one of the most pristine environments in the world for C5 ISR testing in the United States, but also has a training facility right at its back door. Admiral, could you comment on this? As cyber warfare increasingly becomes a high priority in our national defense strategy, how do you see STRATCOM, or more specifically U.S. Cybercom, diversifying its cyber capabilities with existing infrastructures like Fort Huachuca and the electronic proving grounds? And do you see the nation's ranges playing an increasingly important role in the testing of future cyber and electromagnetic technology? Please respond, Admiral.
Congressman Barber, I thank you for that question. Your concerns for cybersecurity and our cyber capabilities are spot on. This is an area that's very important to me, and as I get to have this focus in my command as a priority of building cyberspace capability and capacity in working with our services and the Joint Staff, and of course with U.S. Cyber Command, in order to look at the threats of the day and the threats of the future, and ensuring that we man, train, and equip to be able to address those threats. And also to integrate that capability into our tool bag for the future. So there's a lot of work going on. Your discussion of ranges is also important, and that interface between the electronic warfare environment and the cyber environment is one that we are continually working on now and into the future.
Well, I definitely commend the installation in Cochise County, in my district, Fort Huachuca, and the range that, as I mentioned, is right there, the Goldwater Range, and great capabilities. Let me have a follow-up question with you on this, Admiral, too, and that has to do with how the fiscal restraints and the budget cuts are impacting on this important asset that we must have going forward. How does the Department of Defense diversify and build a cyber workforce during a time of pretty significant personnel reductions and budget constraints?
Congressman Barber, that work is underway and ongoing. From the services and through the Joint Force apparatus, Officer Secretary of Defense support in terms of working to build up that capability, even in this environment of sequestration. We have been supported to build up a number of teams associated with our cyber workforce from a protection standpoint, national mission teams, and they're working hand in hand at U.S. Cyber Command. They're day in and day out and improving that capability. I think as we go forward, we will still need some work outside of what was already discussed in terms of policies, authorities, and those to support this workforce that we continue to train and develop and grow.
Let me turn, thank you, Admiral, turn to General. This has to do with South Korea and the protection of our ally there, the treaty that we have. The A-10s, as you know, have played an important role in providing close air support should we have conflict with North Korea. And you never know, tomorrow it could happen. I can ask your comment, for you to comment on the A-10's presence, its importance, and what might happen if we no longer have it in the air and flying in protection of our troops?
Thank you, sir. As you know, the A-10 is a unique platform that provides exceptional close air support to our troops. I'm an infantryman. It's been employed in my behalf in combat, and the pilots that fly them, it's an exceptional platform. On the peninsula, I think it's an important part of our defense there in the sense that you have the kind of terrain that an airplane like that can be helpful. However, I also know in this case, the Air Force's difficulties with the physical constraints that they have and an aging platform that they've got to make some tough decisions. And I believe that if the A-10 does not remain in the inventory, that we can be provided support from F-15, F-16, and the other platforms, as we've done in Afghanistan successfully. So within the peninsula, my concern is that I have an aircraft that will replace that A-10 if, in fact, it leaves the inventory.
Thank you, General. I yield back.